Hey everybody, this is Stormy with the capital Z. Welcome to another Warcraft 3 cast. This time around, I got a game for you guys on Concealed Hill. This is from an event known as Liga Brazil 1, and I believe this will only host Brazilian players. So, on the bottom left, we got the Blue Night Elf player. Spawning at the 7 o'clock, and yeah, Night Elf player's name is Phil Boyce. Completely forgot about to cover that one. On the top right, we got Wizard spawning in as the Red Human, opening up with a pretty standard human build order with an opening over here. Probably gonna put down a farm over there as well later on. So going to wall over here, still has an opening, slight small opening over there, which he can use later on. He may choose to use, may choose not to. That's his choice. And where's this thing? Yeah, there we go. This is working fine. I'm testing out my Streamlabs remote, so it's a bit buggy at times. It just completely just disconnects and doesn't approve the commands, so I'm just getting used to it a bit. We got Archmage coming in for Wizard on the top right. At the bottom we got Phil Boyce going in for Demon Hunter. We're going in for an old school Archmage vs Demon Hunter game on Concealed Hill, which is a rather newer map. Scout Wisp heading in towards Wizard's base, but Wizard has not sent out any scouts whatsoever just yet. He's putting down the third farm, and Phil on the other hand will be training his archer, getting that Wisp near in. No, gonna drop down the Moonwell. Should have a Wisp over there as well. You want to do that to try and repair your structure. You don't want it to take too much damage. Scout Wisp coming in towards the human base, going to be whacked by the footmen a bit. You need to be careful with your Wisp against those footmen. He can follow you till death, and once the Archmage is out, the Archmage also has range with which he can hit you faster. So you want to plant your Wisp at a convenient location. This is kind of a convenient one, although you can go for a better one as well. Wizard going in for some power militia creeping at this orange camp. It's a pretty easy looking camp, but it is orange, mind you. What does it have? It does have level 4 Berserker, level 3 Troll Trapper, and I'm not sure what the Ogre I don't know, it's not a Mauler, it's Ogre Warrior, yeah, Ogre Warrior. I don't know which level that is. Both of the heroes on each side are having approximately level 1.7, and hey, I actually had Booster on. Why doesn't it have the... why don't I have the overlays? I guess Booster never launched in properly or something. Gonna have to do that next game, I guess. Demon Hunter going back towards the... well, not going back, he's going forward towards the human base, while we have the Archmage creeping over here at a green camp. That's going to give him level 2, and he's also simultaneously creeping up here with the militiamen. Sadly, he's going to lose a militiaman in that process though. Demon Hunter going to detect where the human army is with this archer. Archer was already there. Demon Hunter coming in, going to deal some harassment. Should be careful. May try to take that tome up, but no, Wizard on time picking his tome. And uh-oh, Archer is ensnared. It is nighttime, but it still gets taken out. Even despite of the ensnare, you can't go Shadow Meld. So that's the thing. Demon Hunter gonna burn out some mana from it, and he got the last kill on that Murloc though. Almost at level 2 with the Demon Hunter. Needs one footman kill. Gonna try hard to get that. And what do we have here? Archmage is at the fountain. We have very few maps left that have fountain, and this is one of them. I believe this is the only popular one left that has a fountain ever since Secret Valley got scrapped. And uh-oh, Demon Hunter speed coming in. He's going to reach that footman. And level 2... not yet. There we go, level 2 Demon Hunter. Archmage on the other side seems to be wanting to go for the Night Elf player's base. May wanna try and attack some Moonwells, some Wisps. Taking out the Wisps can be so huge for the human player. If you try to kill the Wisps, your enemy will run out of lumber. He won't have enough lumber for tier 2 stuff, he won't have enough for the second hero. if he goes to choose a Tavern Hero, which is a very popular choice for Nidal players. Nidal players tend to go for Tavern Hero far more than any of the other races. So that's the thing that you want to take care of, because the Tavern Heroes cost 135 wood, but the heroes from the base altar costs only 100 wood. The second and third hero I'm talking about, not the first hero, of course. First hero is free. And Footman gets taken out. Demon Hunter with boost of speed this time. It didn't have boost of speed earlier, now it does, so it's even faster. He's gonna go in towards the lumber line, and this is what I was talking about. Take out the lumber pressure. The lumberjacks, take them out one by one, and your opponent will not be able to get the lumber. And as I said, Nidal players tend to go for Tavern Heroes. We got a Naga Sea Witch coming in for Phil. Phil is gonna go in with this Naga Sea Witch and Demon Hunter. And what do we have here? Wizard is on the other side of the map, and he's going to complete a creeping over here. We're gonna leave behind the Manual of Health, which was a good item, by the way. 50 health is nothing bad, man. Should have gone for it before TPing, but he panic TP'd in, I guess. This will though force Phil to back out for just a bit. Although he's just disengaging at this point. He's going to disengage and then come back in, re-engage, and he is picking apart those peasants one by one. The first rifleman is out for Wizard. Rifleman and Priests is the way right now, and with humans, Rifleman and Priest is the meta. And that Rifleman is gonna be taken out. He could have trapped the Demon Hunter in there. The Rifleman survives, alright. The Rifleman had got in, and if the human player if Wizard plays something over here, the Demon Hunter could not have escaped from that location, and he can't escape. The Demon Hunter cannot escape anymore unless until he moves away the Naga Sea Witch, and he does. Demon Hunter is super weak, and one wrong click by Philboy would have cost him the Demon Hunter. Level 2 Demon Hunter would have died in that fight. So I see a couple of corpses here. It appears that Phil got the upper hand in this battle. Although a few archers may have died there as well. Where are the archers? Two archers. That's it? I don't see any other archers on the map. It appears that Wizard also managed to pick apart a few archers in that process, but now the thing is that he had lost a good number of peasants over there. That's going to be reducing his mana supply, his lumber supply. What am I saying? Not mana supply, lumber supply for some time. He's at this Goblin Merc camp and got himself a Naga Sea Witch as well, which is a good counter for Nidal players and can be used to try and hunt down the Demon Hunter whenever it's weaker. But now the mistake that Wizard is doing is that leave behind the Naga Sea Witch alone and let her creep on solo. Although you have a less number of units. And what do we have here? Phil is going in for the Ogre Lord solo thing. Pull the Ogre Lord towards the tavern, block him from both the sides and take him out. Once you take him out, you also get the big item. What's the big item? The big item is actually Ancient Django of Endurance, and that basically gives you Endurance Aura. So Demon Hunter was already pretty fast. He got a boost of speed, plus you got Endurance Aura. So you got some good speed there by the Nidal player now. And on the other side, human player creeping out a Goblin lab camp, but he's keeping it with both of the heroes. Now this is what I was talking about. You do have the level 2 Naga Sea Witch, but if you left behind the Archmage for a bit, the Naga Sea Witch's experience counter would have been far ahead of this. And in the both camps, not just this camp, the other camp as well. Creeping out 2 orange camps will give you more experience. And if you have more experience, your hero will reach level 3 earlier. And it is far better to have level 3, two level 3 heroes than having a level 4 and level 2 hero, which is what we are going to be seeing right now, and we don't even have that yet for the human player. On the Nidal side, Philboy already has a bear ready. He's also creeping that same camp that Wizard crept out on his side. And he's doing the same thing though. He's going to creep with both of the heroes. That reduces the amount of experience. So bears coming in, and we got Wizard trying to prepare for that with some riflemen. He doesn't need a lot more of an army if he wants to deal with that kind of beefy tank combination of the Nidal player. Bears, they are super beefy, durable, and they also have the ability to go for rejuvenation. If you go for rejuvenation, then I mean, they are the tanks, and they just transform, rejuvenate themselves, or their counter bears are around there. So that's a huge thing over there. So what do we have here? We got Nidal player creeping at the this is not a goblin. This is a fountain, the Fountain of Health. Human player is surprisingly creeping out the same cam on the other side of the map. Now, what's gonna be the items? Uh-oh, bear's super weak. You gotta save the bear, man. You don't want to lose the bear to the creeps. That's a big thing. May want to cast Rejuvenation on the bear, because it is super weak right now. Despite of the fountain, you want that. So currently Phil has 4 bears, 4 archers, both of the heroes with and a 50 on food army. He may want to detonate a wisp, because if he's not planning to go for beyond 50 food, which from what I can see, and it's stuck. Everything's stuck, guys. Something's wrong. It started. Okay, so we're back. Alright guys, we were about to disconnect, but we're back now, and so I was just talking about the bears and stuff. Phil's got a 50 on food army, and he may want to detonate one of this, and it's happening again. Something seems to be wrong with my internet right now. Although I should be able to watch the replay despite of that.
A player's forces are
and it's back again, it appears. So Phil is going to try and creep out the expansion camp for... And to my surprise, Wizard wanted to do the same thing on the other side. And why am I lagging like this? Wizard has an army of riflemen and priests here. That's exactly what he needs. So it's an army of 47 food against an army of 57. So Philboy has the bigger army right now, and he has already positioned himself towards the inner side of Wizard's base, and this is pretty bad for Wizard right now. Wizard losing peasants left and right. This is super bad. Now, what's he doing? He's going to use the TP to come back to his base, but Philboy will go back to his base using his own TP. Now the thing is that 1, 2, 3, 4. One of the was a riot. That's a lot actually. Wizard lost about 10 peasants here. Yeah, that's about 10 peasants over here. So this is a huge loss for Wizard. Phil, on the other hand, he just lost 1 riot and was basically forced to use his TP. And if you're gonna cover up the items just real quickly, Demon Hunter for Phil is having Circlet of Nobility, boosts of speed, class of attack plus 9. Okay, so that's even better. Circlet of Nobilities was already there, boost of speed, potion of invulnerability, orb of venom, and he just bought a scroll of town portal.
Players' forces are under attack.
Naga Sea Witch is almost level 4 and it's got a staff of preservation. Scourge Bone Chimes. Now this is really good for your bears, and especially with the extra attacks, with the attack upgrades, it's even better. So he's currently Phil has the Endurance Aura and the Vampiric Aura on all of his melee units. Endurance Aura all the units, Vampiric Aura on the melee units because Vampiric Aura only affects the melee units. So Phil is in a really good position right now, and Wizard is forced to return back to his base because of the ranged units attacking his base. We got a Forked Lightning coming in, and what do we have here? Phil got himself towards the inner side of the base. This is why you want to have a blocked up base, walled off base, or you at least want to have some towers at the entry to prevent something like this from happening. So Wizard losing a lot of units, a lot of peasants to be very specific. He lost about 4 peasants here. So he was already down on peasants. He lost about 4 more peasants, so this is not looking good for Wizard right now. Phil seems to be just on his way to actually win this game right now, and we got some Forked Lightning going on and off, and it appears that Phil is going to retreat. Phil had an army of 57. He reduced. No, wait a second. Yeah, he had 55. Okay. He's producing a Dryad here, Dryad here. So Dryads are like 2 from what I know. Dryads might be 2 or 3. So currently, Phil has a 55 food army against a 41 food army of the human player, and 41 as in you can't consider this as a full capacity army of the human player because 10 would be the number of peasants, and we already have about 5 peasants here though. And there was a building going on here. Was that an expansion which Wizard took care of? Something I did not cover, my mistake. And we got an engagement over here. Some nice abolish magic going on those elementals. The riflemen are in a bad position. They may get taken out real easily. Wizard forced to TP back to his base after losing a good amount of riflemen there. 2 riflemen lost, but he also managed to take out 1 Dryad at the back here. Yeah, you can basically identify them with the corpses. And what was that? I think that was a Staff of Reservation. Yeah, that was a Staff of Reservation. He staffed back the Naga Sea Witch. Naga Sea Witch probably healed up using the Moon Wheels, and now it's coming back to the base. Coming back to the army, to be specific. And yes, Wizard is trying to have a better wall this time, but he's going to leave an opening here. Now this is a dangerous opening. Having an opening this side and having an opening over here does make a difference. And whenever you have an opening like this, it's also good to have sort of a maze inside your base. Like, it's not that difficult to explain or do. And a lot of attacks missing, as you can see the miss on all of those human units, and Phil's just gonna do it again. Or maybe... no, he's not going to do that trick again. He's going to actually attack the altar. And you must have seen how much damage the units did to the altar. It didn't take them more than 3 seconds to get that altar down to 50% HP. That's a lot of damage there by Phil, an idle player. Phil is currently sitting at a 63 food army against 80 supply, and the Wizard already knows of this expansion. Phil has an expansion, has 4 bears, has a lot of ranged units back there, archers, dryads, roar, the mark of the claws, Forked Lightning by Wizard, and going to try and focus the bears one by one. We got a Spellbreaker on the field finally, but currently Wizard does not have the army to deal with what Phil has, and even if Phil just does some hit and run attempts, he will definitely gain the advantage and definitely and eventually be the victor of this game. And that's where this game seems to be going. Staff of Reservation being used there, and this bear may get taken out, but that may be the only bear that dies in this fight. A Forked Lightning on the Night Elf units, but it's too little and too late. A Forked Lightning across the riflemen, and Wizard lost everything. GG by Wizard, and that concludes this particular game. Hope you guys enjoyed this nice and short game. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Subscribe for more. We got a Discord channel where we host a lot of RTS games like Warcraft 3, Starcraft 2, Age of Empires. Link to that would be somewhere around the description of this stream or video. And apart from that, I stream nearly every day at 1600 hours GMT, Warcraft 3 cast, and after that I'll be starting my game nights. I guess it's a good time to go on and start the game night now. It's already about 45 minutes into the time that I start the commentary. So yeah, that would be all then for the video. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you in the next one. For the guys watching on YouTube, for the guys watching on the stream, stay where you are. The night is young.